I put too much high hopes for this. Poor Ripto, poor Sorceress, and poor Willy Wumpa cheeks. I put too much high hopes for this. I should have known better than to wait for so long, for so many months. I'm about as gullible as that one gelfling who's been so blindly loyal to the Dark Lords of the Crystal, the Skeksis. Oh, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just watch Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. Anyways, hi everybody, this is Black Rhino Ranger, and why am I sad? Why am I looking at this animation I did back in July 3rd? Which is the anniversary of the Grand Prix era of Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Well, I'm sad because you know what happened? Back in July 2019, there was a huge leak of Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, where it had a humongous leak revealing a total of 53 characters. One of them was Ripto, the other is the Sorceress, and the other is Willy Wumpa Cheeks. And for those who don't know who these guys are, Ripto is the main antagonist of Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, also known as Gateway to Glimmer. The Sorceress is the main antagonist of Spyro in Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon, and Willy Wumpa Cheeks is the surprise villain of Crash Tag Team Racing. And these guys were part of that big leak. That leak that had 53 characters, including King Chicken. There were, let's see, there was one, two, and 3, 4. There were three surprises that were not from the leak. That was Yaya Panda, Hasty, the lab assistants, Mega Mix. Actually, there were 5. Fixed Rillaroo. 4 actually. 3, 4, 5. 5 as in Fixed Rillaroo, Mega Mix, Yaya Panda, Hasty, and lab assistant. Even Baby N, Tropy, and Baby Cortex made it, but these guys, they did not. And even Gregg, Berger, and it turns out I got the voice actress for the Sorceress wrong. It wasn't Misty Lee. It was Cissy or Cissy Jones, the one who also voices Ami in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. That despite the leaks, they're not shown up because on Facebook it has been revealed by Beenox. This is what they have to say. What's up, Bandicoots? We have received many comments asking for more new content for CTR. We're thrilled you're still enjoying the game. Unfortunately, March update with Beenox pack was the last, and there is no additional content going on. This is explained by the fact that we worked very hard on other amazing projects, including the realization of the end modes, verted in Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, which will blow you away, and other things we can't talk about yet. All current game modes and features of CTR Nitro Fueled, including on my multiplayer, rankings, and pit stop, will be maintained. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart for the love and support you bring to this game. We can't wait for you to get your hands on Crash 4 on October 2nd. See what we have in store and feel for the rest. So this officially confirms by Beenox that Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled has completely stopped updating. Many people have suspected that Beenox has canceled CTR NF updating for a long time since since we were waiting for months and months for the update, but we waited for June 23rd for its anniversary update, of the game's release. That didn't happen. We waited for July 3rd for the Grand Prix, his anniversary. That didn't happen. We even waited for August for Gamescom. That didn't happen. And I was hoping that I would wait until this entire year would be over, until maybe September 9th or 10th, celebrating the anniversary of Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. And I was hoping that maybe the Spyro anniversary thing would update Ripto, the Sorceress, and Willie Wumpa cheeks. I mean, their names were in the files. Even Gregg Berger and Chrissy Jones, the voice of Ripto and Sorceress, were credited. But unfortunately, according to this, there was no more updates. March, that was the last one. We had to wait for about until September for the final confirmation, and that's it. We're not getting it. Oh dear. Well, it was worth the wait, but I'm sure a lot of you perhaps saw this coming, and I don't blame you for that. I thought I have a bit of a spirit. I thought I would keep my spirits up. I would bring my hopes up, and it turns out, nah. There hasn't even been a confirmation of a PC port. I mean, a lot of people wanted a PC version of CTRNF, and and with the PC port, I would hope that they would with the PC port, I was hoping that maybe it would make at least just one more big update alongside the release of the PC version, or heck, maybe a PS5 and Xbox X version of CTRNF with another big update with more content, or maybe a release an ultimate version of Crash Team Racing Nitro Field, similar to the Mortal Kombat and Injustice games being re-released with complete editions. Like Mortal Kombat 11 had a complete edition which had Scarlet, Kenshi, Rain, and Freddy Krueger. Injustice: Gods Among Us had re-released as a complete edition with Zod, what was that guy again? That biker, Lobo, that's it. Lobo, Zod, Scorpion, Zatanna, Martian Manhunter, and Batgirl. MKX with Goro, Alien, Predator, Leatherface, Jason, Tanya, Borecho, Triborg, and Tremor, and Injustice 2 with Darkseid, Starfire, Sub-Zero, Red Hood, Raiden, Hellboy, Black Manta, Enchantress, Atom, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They were all re-released as a complete edition. I was hoping that Crash Team Racing Nitro Field would be re-released as a complete edition with all the things unlocked, all the characters, and maybe even one big humongous update with a few more extras. Maybe one for PC, another for PS5, or another Xbox X. But no, we couldn't get that. The big theory for why Beenox couldn't continue updating for Nitro Fuel was that because of COVID-19, it was hard for other people to work on continuously updating the game. In the studio, they had to work from home, and that's not easy. So, and Toys for Bob, they needed help. And for their game, It's About Time, which I was like, so that's why Beenox has not been updating CTRNF. They're busy helping Toys for Bob with It's About Time, like they did with Skylanders Trap Team. Yeah, remember in Skylanders Trap Team, it was another game developed by Toys for Bob. They needed help from Beenox, by so many villains. And that's probably one reason why. And because It's About Time has about over 100 levels and even more playable characters, I'm not surprised why. I'm actually not surprised why they needed help from Beenox. So yeah, this confirms that Crash Bandicoot Trash Team Racing Nitro Field has officially stopped updating, and Ripto, the Sorceress, and Willy Wumpa Cheeks, despite in that big leak, will never see the light of day in that game. The only big hope for now is a remaster of, or a better version of, the Spyro Crash Fusion games. Instead of just for Nintendo, it can be for other consoles like Xbox and PlayStation, or maybe a sequel to Crash Team Racing Nitro Field, but with half the cast being Crash Bandicoot and the other half being Spyro the Dragon. Would anybody like to see Bianca and Allura racing the first time you get to play as them? I mean, in the original games you get to play as Spyro, Hunter, Sheila, Sergeant Bird, Bentley, Ancient Nine, Sparks, Blink. Even there was even a code or unlockable thing to play as Ember and Flame, but you don't get to play as anybody else. You do get to play as Nasty Nork in Nitro Field, but you don't get to play as Ripto or the Sorceress. We were supposed to with the leak, but what can you do? COVID, or they're busy, they want to move on to other projects. It's life, it's money, I know they try to be as faithful as much as possible, but this is the final nail in the coffin. Sad. Gonna have to make my own version of Grand Prix for those guys in CTRNF, for on DeviantArt. I might do an animation on this someday. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Well, I haven't. Well, I'm not enjoying it.